Futures trading is risky and can result in substantial financial loss.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Omniacs from across the globe, and welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. We made it to the end of the week. It is Friday, March 14th, 2008, and behind me we got a red Omni Traders. What we've been talking about for the last at least 2.5 weeks has been this. Don't fall in love with the upside. It's been the theme of these videos, and I kid you not, traders, don't fall in love with the upside. We had that little rally on Thursday, meaningless. Even if you get somewhat of a rally Friday, I think she turns around and heads right back down. Remember, this is Friday in a bear market, and I am not going to be the fund manager to go up to his boss on a Friday in a bear market and say, I just loaded up with a bunch of stocks, boss. That's not going to be me, and I don't think anybody else out there wants to do it either. You never know what you're going to get on a Friday, but we've already had a rally this week. The market's had its chance to digest that and run the upside stops, and I think it deserves to go back down. Traders, I did an illustration on this board for you last video, and I showed you that when you get 2 big down days in a bull market, it turns into a buy. And I mentioned if you get 2 big down days if you get 2 big up days in a bear market, it becomes a sale. Then I mentioned that we had sugar, Aussie dollars, both of them looking like they've had a couple of down days, especially the sugar. I mentioned it had 2 big down days in a bull market, and it should rally. Then I talked about the S&P having the drop downs. Then we were looking for 2 up days and a new drop. I think tomorrow gives us that new drop. I have some charts I'd like to show you now to illustrate how well in a bull market buying 2 down days does work, and how well in a bear market selling 2 up days will work. Let me show you some charts, traders. I'll get right back to you. Okay, traders, the first chart I want to show you is the Australian dollar chart. I brought this to your attention in the last video, and I had mentioned that we had put in the bull flag and that we were likely going to buy a test of the breakout of the top line of the bull flag. We gave a buy recommendation to buy this thing, and you know what? It worked perfectly. We bought it right here and rode them straight up. It looked like a good buy. The indicators, as you can see here, and many other technical indicators pointed towards the upside. And I said, you can't deny a bull flag that looks like that. Let's go for the trade. And it worked. We are much higher today than we were when we showed this chart to you just 2 days ago. Now let's go look at the Canadian dollar chart, because it's going to look very much like this to you. Let's go take a look. Okay, traders, the next chart I'm showing you is the June Canadian dollar CDM8. You have a bull flag scenario almost exactly like we just seen in that prior chart with the Australian dollar. And once it got above the top line of the flag, it took off. The indicators are looking very, very ripe for a rally in now the Canadian dollar, just like you've seen in the Australian. And you have these 3 averages all converging together right here. 1, 2, and the 200. They're getting together under the market just beneath a bull flag. If it looks or works anything like that last bull flag I just showed you, Canadian dollar has some upside potential. Take a look at your Canadian dollar charts, traders, and tell me what you find. Okay, traders, we talked about the sugar having 2 big down days in a bull market, and then we wanted to become buyers. This is what happens in a market after 2 big down days. You see sugar had a nice rally. Big down day 1, big down day 2. We started looking at it 2 days ago here, and it's beginning to rally out of the hole, and we would expect sugar to challenge the previous highs somewhere around 15 based on the formation that you're looking at right there. And lo and behold, one of our famous averages we like to use at the Omni Trading Academy, the market touches that average after 2 big down days and begins to rally. Now there's another chart coming up. It looks very much like this May sugar. Let me show that to you. Okay, traders, this is May coffee, KCK8, if you will. We were just making a point that in the May sugar, after 2 big down days, we'd expect the market to rally out. You had 2 big down days in coffee, went right to that same average, traders. If you'd like to know what average that is, come on down to our website. It's www.livewithoscar.com. Come on down to the Emini Trading Academy and let us tell you what averages we are using to nail these markets direction down. Okay, 2 big down days in coffee, hits that average and boom, rally, and settles by the highs just yesterday on Thursday. This big move up after 2 big down days is that turnaround hook. It's what we're expecting in sugar. It's what we just seen happen in coffee. Sugar should be right behind it. Now let's go look at one other chart that works the opposite way. After 2 up days in a bear market, we expect the downside. Let's take a look, traders. Okay, traders, next chart you're looking at is the June S&P. Don't forget, no longer trade March. You are now trading June. Roll your Marches over to Junes in the S&P. Okay, traders, what I just mentioned before was you've seen coffee and sugar both have 2 big down days, and then I expect a turnaround because they're in a bullish market. Well, now S&P is in a bearish market, and I expect 2 strong up days and then the turnaround down. Well, look what's happened. 2 days ago, rally. Yesterday they tried to rally it after a big drop, but it still looks lower. And I think we continue on down towards the downside now. Rally, turn around and drop is just what you should get. Just exact opposite of what I showed you in the coffee and the sugar. Now, if you look at this previous move right here, you had the same thing. The market dropped, had an up day, a second up day, and down she went. Now we're up, had an up day, had a second up day, and I think down it goes. Do not fall in love with the upside of the S&P markets, traders. So, traders, you've seen the charts. The technical analysis does not lie, traders. I kid you not. What I just showed you in that illustration of the coffee and what it did after 2 big down days, the turnaround. Now sugar is following in suit. Why shouldn't the S&P do the same thing after having a couple of big up days? Why shouldn't that turn around and drop? That's the way it generally works when you are in a true bear market, just as it works the opposite, and you get the rallies if you are in a true bull market after 2 days dip. So traders, expect that if we rally tomorrow, I want to sell into that rally in the S&P and expect the downside. I'd love to see us start off on the upside first. If we start off higher, then I pretty much think that I have this mapped out right, and lower we will go before the day is out. So let's all hope for an upside first. Come on, everybody. We want an upside tomorrow morning or even sometime tonight, because here's what we want to do. It's the ESM8 traders. You are rolling out of Marches and into Junes. Don't forget, don't trade June tomorrow, trade March. Whoa, what was that? Wait, did I hear that backwards? Don't trade March tomorrow, trade June. All right, in the June S&P, the ESM8, Omni's resistance is the mid to high 1320s. Currently trading around 1307. I want to see them goose this first, and I want to see it fail up there, and I want to sell into that rally. So we're going to sell a rally into mid to high 1320s. Omni's profit objective is the mid or the high to mid 1280s or be out by the close. If they can run them up into the 20s, I think they turn them around and knock them right back down into the 1280 area. Take a look at your charts, traders. Never take my word for any of this. Do your own homework first. Come up with your own analysis, compare it to mine, and simply use my work as a technical indicator. Take a look at your own work, see what you think, and then use me to back up your thoughts, traders, because no one knows for sure where these markets are going any day, ever. There is no holy grail out there. No one has the perfect system, but you can get good at this if you come on down to the Omni Trading Academy and let us train you how to get better at this, traders. Don't trade alone. I say this in every video. Don't try this by yourselves. When you're sitting by yourself with your computer, you start getting into these little mind games and you think that you thought you seen something and you didn't see it. or maybe that was a bad print, I don't know, I should have sold what I wanted to buy. Information is coming down that you got to try to disseminate and you don't have anyone to talk to about it. Well, we can solve those problems for you, and we can help you get your emotions out of trading. It's what we do. We teach people to do that every day. So come on down to the Emini Trading Academy, get yourselves a membership, and join us. Don't try this alone, traders. I promise you, if you come to our crew, we can help you get through your day. These markets are rough and tumble. I know that. I do this for a living every day. I instruct people. I know what they're doing, what they're thinking. I know what we think, and we seem to be able to read the charts pretty well here. So come on down, do yourselves a favor, and learn this craft for yourselves. Traders, we have a lot of YouTube videos right now. We have a YouTube presence where you can find 280. You got to say 5 now if you were in 4 in the last video, right? 280. 285 videos. We don't know exactly how many we have, but we'll go with 285 for this video. We have videos on YouTube a lot like this with a lot of chart techniques in there for you to learn from. So go on down to our YouTube spot. It's www.youtube.com/futures analysts. I got that / right this time. And subscribe when you get to YouTube. This way, when we put out videos, you know when we're putting them out, and you get an instant email from YouTube as soon as you log on. Traders, I will tell you to send me your emails. Keep sending me your charts. I love to go over the homework. I look at what you've sent me. I usually reply back to you and tell you what I think about your analysis. And it helps me see how far you're coming in our lessons. So make sure you send me that homework and interact with me, traders. I have no problem with it. I enjoy reading through it, and I enjoy getting back to you, traders. Shoot those emails to oscar@futuresanalysts.com. Don't fall in love with the damn upside. I'm telling you now. Don't fall in love with the upside. If it rallies, it needs to be sold. The price of crude is kissing 110 and gold's hitting 1,000. If you don't think these stocks are going to get heavy with the dollar getting slammed, you're not paying attention. Rallies are relief rallies. It gives some big firms chances to get out of bad stocks, and that's all that happens when we rally. So be careful not to fall in love with that upside, traders. Don't forget, I showed you the sugar. I showed you what the coffee did is what we expect the sugar to do next. You've seen the chart before your eyes. I showed you what the Australian dollar did, and now we have a Canadian dollar to watch out for. So keep your eyes on those charts, traders, and see what you come up with. Last but not least, give me a call anytime, day or night at 702-629-4755. The weekend's here, guys. We'll do a nice video for the weekend, right? We'll find some good charts, some good techniques. We'll get everybody ready for the week coming. So stay tuned for the weekend webinar. And traders, don't forget, keep your emotions out of trading no matter what. Keep your emotions out of this thing. One of the best ways I can help you with that is to tell you to say this to yourselves every day, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck trading.